For every speedster who got utterly hated for their wasted potential, there was one who stole hearts with lightning-fast heroics, starting with MCU's quick casualty, Pietro Maximoff. Pietro Maximoff debuted in Avengers Age of Ultron as a vengeful Sokovian twin with a chip on his shoulder.
You didn't see that coming?
From then on, he captured the audience's attention with his zippy quips and silver hair flare, but that was just the beginning. In the Wakanda battle tease, he showed off his speed-saving folks from robots, with fans initially buzzing about his potential. However, things turned sour fast for Pietro. In the film's climax, he was seen sacrificing himself to bullets after barely joining the team, which didn't sit well with fans who felt it was a cheap shock. But that's not all. People also saw him as underdeveloped, even when he was flipping cars and dodging threats to protect his sister Wanda.
Get the people on the boats.
I'm not going to leave you here.
I can handle these. Come back for me when everyone else is off, not before. You understand?
You know, I'm 12 minutes older than you.
As a result, people were also furious about his abrupt death in Age of Ultron, with some saying Pietro is one of the most wasted characters in the MCU, while pointing out how his quick exit robbed the story of depth. Even though he initially gained popularity as a fresh speedster anti-hero, he eventually lost it all, as online lists now rank him among the most disappointing Marvel kills. Apparently, fans became annoyed and loudly called out the writers for this. Now, many see him as a total missed opportunity, and he has faced a lot of public backlash, with debates raging over his underuse, and how it shortchanged Wanda's arc too. While Pietro's bullet-riddled end tanked his reputation, the Flash's forensic speedster built a legacy with heart and humor. Barry Allen burst onto the Flash as a wide-eyed CSI struck by fate. His first major episode was the 2014 pilot, where a particle accelerator explosion gifted him speed amid a storm. Even though initially he was just an awkward guy, his performance was nothing short of amazing, and it helped the show rack up devoted followers and high ratings. Fans also loved his dorky enthusiasm and lightning gave me abs wit.
What is going on?
You were struck by lightning, dude.
Lightning gave me abs.
Your muscles
Just
should
like
be
that, he continued to battle villains across 9 seasons, wrapping up in 2023 with emotional goodbyes. The whole series made waves with him, showing Barry evolving from a grieving orphan to a confident leader who inspires hope. People also thought he was perfect for the role, with one fan saying, "Grant Gustin is the best Barry ever. He nailed the comic book charm." And just like that, his heartfelt acting shone brighter with each crisis. But in Season 6, he faced the emotional toll of Crisis on Infinite Earths, which had some fans upset, as they said, "Losing so much broke our hearts." However, Barry pushed through and kept delivering epic runs, which helped episodes like The Last Children of Krypton crossover become fan favorites online. Fans continued to adore him, saying he's grown into the ultimate hero, full of heart and speed. As a result, Barry always remained the true icon of The Flash, earning endless love and appreciation from fans worldwide for his relatable journey and Gustin's passionate portrayal that captured Barry's optimism, flaws, and growth over years of multiverse madness. Unlike Barry Allen, who became one of the most beloved speedsters for his emotional depth, things took a dark twist for Savitar. Savitar also debuted in The Flash as the armored Enigma, proclaiming himself the god of speed. His first major episode was Season 3's Shade, where he loomed as a terrifying phantom. But that was just the beginning. In The Wrath of Savitar, he manipulated Wally West into a Speed Force trap. This mind game went viral among fans, pulling in heated discussions online. Fans recoiled at his over-the-top arrogance, calling him a convoluted mess of a villain. But things turned even worse when his origin revealed him as a twisted future Barry remnant, which didn't sit well with anyone expecting a fresh threat.
You're not so scary without your armor. What can I say? I outgrew Red. I know what you are. You're a time remnant. A temporal duplicate. Created when you run back in time.
People were also seething over his poorly explained time loop, with some saying Savitar ruins the entire season, and his backstory is stupid and confusing, while highlighting the forced Iris murder prophecy. Even though Savitar tried to dominate with his massive suit and lightning throws, people weren't buying his god complex at all, seeing it as lazy writing. People on the internet got annoyed with his role, saying they hate how he dragged down what could have been a strong arc. As a result, his erasure by Team Flash was cheered by viewers everywhere, with many relieved to see the back of such a fearless hype machine. While Savitar's time paradox fueled rage, Sonic the Hedgehog's pixelated dashes melted hearts with nostalgic thrills. Sonic the Hedgehog zoomed into games as the rebellious blue blur on Sega Genesis. Although he was just a spiky animal, his attitude was nothing short of iconic. Fans loved his sassy quips and gotta go fast energy, and just like that, he continued to sprint through levels in over 100 games and spin-offs. The whole franchise raked in billions with him showing Sonic maturing from a lone adventurer to a loyal friend battling cosmic threats. But his popularity skyrocketed with the Chow Garden in Sonic Adventure 2, where he was seen teaming up against Eggman's schemes.
Did I get it? No.
Here, hold still.
It's going! It's going! It's still here.
People also thought he was perfect as gaming Speed King, with one fan saying, "Sonic is an icon, a true symbol of fun and freedom." And just like that, his charisma evolved with each era, from classic 2D to modern open worlds. But in Sonic 06, the glitchy mess and human kiss had some fans upset as they said, "This isn't the Sonic we know." However, those rough patches didn't dim his shine, as fans continued to rally, saying he'll always be the fastest alive. And consequently, Sonic transformed from a console warrior to a cultural legend across games, cartoons, and hit movies that nailed the fan service with heartfelt stories of friendship and high-speed action. Although Sonic won hearts with his defiant spirit, the complete opposite unfolded for Makari. Makari sneaked into Eternals as the silent speedster communicating in signs. Her first major scene was in the Ancient Battles, where she outran Deviant with ease. From then on, she captured the attention of audiences who noted her cool representation but cringed at her sidelined presence, but that was just the beginning. In the Amazon Showdown, she clashed with Icarus in a blur of punches. Fans grumbled at her lack of depth, calling her underdeveloped despite the hype, but throughout the film, she was seen scouting ruins quietly, which didn't sit well with those wanting more dialogue or backstory. As a result, people got annoyed with her minimal arcs, with some saying Makari deserved better than being a side note. And so, many now see her as wasted potential, with no real emotional payoff despite her groundbreaking deaf portrayal.
State ejected.
Get out of here!
Unlike Makari's muted runs that sparked frustration, the boy's troubled Super won hearts with his raw redemption. A-Train made his mark as Vought's flashy speedster hiding dark secrets. Even though he was just a celebrity runner, his performance was nothing short of compelling, and it helped the show earn a stellar 8.7 on IMDb with gritty twists. Fans loved his vulnerable layers and shocking turns from villain to ally. Just like that, he continued to navigate moral gray areas across 5 seasons.
Let's go. No, Frenchie.
Hey, Train! Over here! Look, everybody! Train over here! Hey!
The whole series exploded in popularity, with him showing A-Train shifting from a Compound V addict to a reluctant hero questioning the Seven. His raw moments didn't go unnoticed, as fans said. He makes us root for the flawed guy every time. And gradually, he proved he could rise above his lows, stealing data from Homelander and saving lives despite his heart issues.
You left a floater in his toilet?
That was there when I got here.
That is the most pathetic clapback.
As a result, fans continued to champion him, celebrating his awakening in Season 3 and his bold moves in later arcs as he finally stood up to the corruption. While A-Train ended up a fan favorite for his heartfelt growth, the complete opposite happened to Godspeed. Godspeed crashed the Flash as the white-clad lightning thief. His first major episode was Season 5's Godspeed, where he targeted Nora West Allen. From that point, he captured the attention of audiences who winced at his altered origins. But in Season 7, he was seen cloning himself for infinite velocity with dramatic monologues, which drew mixed reactions. However, things turned frustrating fast. In the Armageddon event, he relied on artificial speed, straying far from comics, which didn't go well with purists.
Lee, thanks for coming after me.
Yeah, don't mention it. You want another battle against some speed freak?
People were also fed up with his quick defeats, with some saying, Godspeed is a total waste of a cool design. Even though the writers tried to amp him up with sword fights and clones, people were over his underwhelming threats. And the hate peaked when he got memory wiped anticlimactically without even leaving a clue. Now, many see him as Barry's most disappointing rival, a shadow of his comic potential. Unlike Godspeed's fumbled clones, The Incredibles' pint-sized sprinter won hearts with his cheeky sprints. Dashpar burst into The Incredibles as the energetic kid itching for action in a red suit. Even though he was just a rambunctious boy, his antics were stunning throughout the films, with lines like, "That was totally wicked," becoming instant classics.
Move again? Oh man, that was totally wicked!
Fans loved his Dash bravado and sibling banter, and he continued to display his zippy talents in Incredibles 2 across 2 movies. The whole franchise made history with him, showing Dash growing from a grounded mischief maker to a family defender. As a result, his character quickly hooked fans, with many saying he makes me grin every time with his kid energy. And in the sequel, the boat chase sequence solidified him as a top animated speedster. This scenes didn't go unnoticed, and fans kept rooting for him, saying, Dash will always be our spirited favorite. Although his impulsive streaks led to family close calls, his character still held a special place in fans' hearts, embodying the joy of youthful superpowers and unbreakable family ties.